you won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2001. Where were you when you were informed? And could you describe your impressive Nobel Peace Prize lecture?
No, I was surprised. I was surprised. I had heard a mention of probably UN or the Secretary-General, but I didn't pay much attention to it. And it was very early in the morning. Nan and I were asleep. It was at dawn when I got a call from my spokesperson here, Fred Eckert. Fred apparently was more hopeful and more expectant than most of us. So he had woken up and was outside listening to the radio. And he said the fellow was speaking Norwegian. And then suddenly he got a call from a journalist. Because he was a spokesman, he was known. And he said the man was speaking in Norwegian, but every once in a while he would throw in an English word and mention Kofi Annan and Kofi Annan, and said the name came up several times. So Fred called and said, I think he won the Nobel Peace Prize. I said, how do you know? And he shared this conversation with a Norwegian-speaking journalist with me. So I turned to Nan and I said, that was Fred. This was the news he brought. That's very odd. We hadn't heard from the committee. And then about 15, 20 minutes, no, about 30 minutes later, Nan's parents called and said, congratulations. We just heard on the radio. And then much later, the committee called and said, gosh, this is a most unusual way to announce the award. But there was a bit of because they should have come to me before the announcement. But I got it before they came, you know, and it was already public. And we went down. Fred said he had come to the house. He said, I think there may be journalists down there. Let's go and see them. And there were 2 or 3. We spoke to them. And it was a very exhilarating moment. And it was also encouraging to know that our efforts had been noticed and that the staff had been honored that way. And so we were all very happy.